The Day of Covering, Yom Kippur. This should present a serious thought challenge to what's a deeply embedded rejection in Judaism to Yeshua possibly being the Messiah. The key thoughts here on Yom Kippur in itself contains the key principles of a covenant that's broken and the need for a renewal. A day of sacrifice that brings atonement solely based off of, no matter how orthodox or how strict or Jewish one can be, your core dependency today of forgiveness lies solely on the fact of Isaac's willingness to be sacrificed, as the belief that it was actually done in the spiritual, in his blood, and his blood was spilled and covered on the altar, accepted in a heavenly temple, and it's atoning for all of man's sins. Believed by Abraham and Isaac as the atonement of the sins of Adam, by the image of a son to the father of a man laying down his life for the ultimate salvation. So within this belief, the sages teach that Abraham was identical to Adam, and in all his appearances, Isaac was a spitting image of his father Abraham. And so it's taught that because of this, it's the proof that Abraham and Sarah, being too old or impossible to even give birth, God miraculously, by a womb that couldn't, so no one could discredit God's ability, made Isaac the exact carbon copy, being in the image of his father. When the sages discuss Isaac, they are even using the phrase that anyone who has seen him has seen the Father. A fact that the day of sacrifice that cannot be made because the temple is no longer, the sages and their writings record down, confirm that the temple itself declared and prophesied on its own of its ending and its destruction by no longer accepting any of the sacrifices from 30 AD to the year 70 AD of its time of destruction. This in itself is a challenge to the rejection of Moses, who declared one greater than him would come. Isaiah declared a renewed covenant, not that of Moses, would come. This entire day rests on one man, a miracle-born man, who is like the Father, where we even see Jesus himself saying, if you've seen me, you've seen the Father. A Messiah who one of his descriptions would be the new or second Adam, a man laying down his life for the sins of Adam in the spiritual upon the heavenly altar to bring redemption and establish a renewed covenant. All these ideas are rejected in Judaism, yet all these ideas are seen in the very act of your dependency and belief that you're being forgiven today. So anyway, it's just something I think you should consider. You should open your mind and consider. I'm not trying to convert you. It's just questions that should be thought about. Anyways, shalom.